No doubt, 2020 will go down in history as one of the worst years economically, not just in Tennessee, but the entire country. The pandemic closed businesses, some permanently, and put hundreds of thousands of people out of work. News Channel 5's Kyle Horan looks back at the lows and even some highs of 2020.
When we talk about 2020 years from now, an important part of the conversation will be the impact of government shutdowns. City streets were so empty in spaces they rarely were before. The view of downtown Broadway was in stark contrast to its normal vibrance. The neon signs glowed still, but the normal buzz of visitors noticeably absent. Stephen Byram captured it.
There's nothing going on. I've walked into the street, in the middle of the street several times today and not felt scared at all that I was going to get hit by a car or crazy person or anything.
In the emptiness, another impact from COVID on the people who call the volunteer state home.
Thank you so much for that request.
Musicians, now mainly unemployed, found whatever gigs they could, even in empty bars to online viewers.
I was supposed to do a radio tour that was supposed to start in June.
Musicians like Mandy McMillan.
The playing portion has taken a step back.
Were hit so hard. And career industry workers say the profession was gutted and even still has not recovered. Mark Oglesby was once the tour manager of the band One Republic, but now...
I was very, very fortunate to find a job in the beverage business, something completely unrelated to what I'm doing, but it's sales. I was able to go out and hustle and kind of create a niche for myself.
A successful pivot, and yet businesses closed down, such as Douglas Corner Cafe.
I don't know how to do a club where you have 20 people in here and you can't put musicians on stage. Billy Joe Shaver, of course, Sean Camp, Kentucky Headhunters, Barry Coburn brought in Alan Jackson, the Garth.
An icon where so many artists played over the years.
It breaks my heart, you know? It was hard, very hard.
Closures and lack of business left so many unemployed. 2020 will go down in history as the year with the highest unemployment rate ever recorded in the state, 15.5% in April. And because of it, people like Carrie Reynolds have struggled through uncertainty and possible eviction.
This is emotional for me. I know I'm hundreds of thousands of people in the state of Tennessee and throughout the United States who are dealing with this distress.
He went 4 months without an unemployment payment.
It's been really vacant. It's been really hard.
Though the city was once closed, phases of reopening have provided hope for some. Mayor John Cooper's reopening plan in Nashville has allowed some businesses to try their luck, but the city now faces a huge hurdle, overcoming budget shortfalls. In June, Metro Council passed a large property tax increase, which created waves through the city.
I think people understood that this was a crisis budget. 32 in favor, 8 against.
People were not happy.
The budget passed.
But we have to go way back into another of the year's deadly tragedies to see how people came together this year.
They just need a little bit of extra help these days.
When the tornado hit Middle Tennessee, it left visible scars in the community, including in North Nashville and in Putnam County. So many people were displaced, but volunteers showed up for cleanup and to help families in need.
So the need is that we found after canvassing the neighborhood after the storm, there were so many elderly, disabled, maybe even prior to the storm, having trouble getting out of their house.
It may be true to say 2020 has been tough, but so many have shown they can be tougher as the year ends. Kyle Horan, News Channel 5.